Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we're going to cook a little bit of a little different dish. I think we're going to try a little bit of country fair Polish sausage street tacos. How's that sound? Yeah, we're going to make something up today. So I'm getting the grill hot over here. Got it warming up. I got me some Polish sausages and some onions and peppers and got some tortilla chips. See there? Look at that. Don't that look good? What we're going to do now, we're going to start out by putting this, this is Parkview Polish sausage. And you know, when you're walking through the fair, you know, go to these little towns and these little country fairs, you can smell the Polish sausage cooking with the peppers and onions. And you look at it and you think, man, wouldn't I like to have one of those? I get one every time I go because I think they're just fantastic. So you need a little bit of oil on this. Put just a little bit of oil on it so it don't stick. I like my sausages greasy. But last time I was at a county fair, you walk in there and the food just smells so good. And I always run to the little food truck that they got out there that's got, you know, the Polish sausage and peppers and onions, and you can I'd stand there all night and just sit there and smell that stuff. But that's what we're gonna make this whole neighborhood smell like a county fair right now. So, woo, it's already smelling good. And I just throwed it on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make us, I got to thinking about it, and I was thinking, you know, I sure would like a street taco tonight. And I sure would like a Polish sausage with peppers and onions. So I thought, Jay, I know what we can do. We can make county fair Polish sausage street tacos. Why not? It's cooking. Anything that you can think of, you can just about cook here on this Blackstone. Because this Blackstone, man, I ain't never, this thing is next thing to, I mean, it's better than, you know, I mean, you get up here and cook on this stuff. And to be honest with you, I think it's the next best thing since sliced bread. So, whew, man, can you smell it? I can surely smell it here, man. I'll tell you what, I better get me a little bit of oil on them onions. Get a little bit of oil on them onions and peppers here. There you go. There you go. You smell it now? Boy, this is looking good, looking good, looking good. Now, another one of those little gifts that I got, I'm going to let that just hang out there for a minute and cook. But let me show y'all something. If you're going to cook street tacos, they make these little things down there at that Walmart. And what it's supposed to do is just hold them tacos up straight. And I got me two of them because I like street tacos. And I like putting chicken in there. I like to put, you know, beef in there. But tonight, we're having county fair. Woo, man, this is smelling good. We're having county fair Polish sausage, peppers and onions, street tacos. So this is going. There you go. You see that? I got that caramelization going on again, but I'm gonna make sure it's done because I told you that story about that boy with that steak, and I love that boy with that steak, but I ain't eating another steak at his house, that's for sure. He invites me over all the time to eat steak. I say, you got any hot dogs you cooking for the kids? And he said, yeah, why? He said, well, I like hot dogs better than steak. I ain't gonna eat no more steak that boy cooks. See, he don't know how to cook steak. But he don't know who I'm talking about. Well, he might know who I'm talking about. Maybe he's not gonna watch YouTube. But oh yeah, I'm getting some good caramelization on the backside of this Polish sausage. Now this Polish sausage right here, if you're gonna buy Polish sausage, best place to go buy Polish sausage is down there at that Aldi grocery store. You go in there and you go around there by the bread. I'm not by the bread, but by the milk and the egg section, inside them little doors. And you can go up there, look up there on that top shelf, and they have that Polish sausage up there, and it's very cheap. But let me tell you a little story here. You need to make sure that you look at that Polish sausage before you put it in your buggy, because they got this turkey sausage up there, and I'm not so sure about turkey sausage. But my daughter, she swears by turkey sausage, but she says, "Oh, Daddy, it's healthy for you." Well, when you cook it like this, you ain't looking at health. This is you got to kind of, when you're doing Southern cooking, yeah, the health part kind of goes out the window. So if you go in there to Aldi, don't forget when you go in there to Aldi though, you better take you a quarter, because they got all them buggies out there locked slab up. And if you don't take you a quarter, you're gonna have to walk around and hold all your stuff in your hand, which I guess it'd make you save money, because you ain't gonna buy as much, because you can only buy as much you can carry. So I always make sure I put an extra quarter in my old truck, just in case my wife tells me to go by that Aldi store. And she gave me some little Aldi bags, and I keep them under the seat back of the truck. And so that way I can run by there and pick up groceries when I want to. So, but y'all, this is really looking good. I'm getting some good caramelization on these peppers and onions and everything. Now, when you go into the fair, they have these boys, them old sweaty boys, sitting in them trailers, and they cooking. You don't want to get no food from the front of the fair, because that's not the real fair food. The real fair food is back there where the rides are at, and that's where I go. I go back there because those griddles are nice and conditioned. They still got a little bit of dust on them and everything. So I go back there and I look at them. I look through the window and I look at them Polish sausage cooking, and them peppers and onions and everything. And I look around, and them old boys up there that walked in and got something to eat at the beginning of the fair, they walk around with this big old chicken leg in the hand, gnawing on this turkey leg or chicken leg. I don't really know what it is. I ain't never eaten one of them things. But I like chicken, but I don't know if I want to walk around with no turkey's leg all the way through that fair, chasing them kids around. I guess it could act kind of like a tomahawk. If one of your kids get away from you, you just throw that turkey leg at them. But I really do enjoy the county fair, and I know that, we're in the 1st of August, so we don't have much longer to wait before all these down here in the South, the fairs are, they on, man. Every town's got one. So I can't wait, because I love to go out there and walk around. I don't ride none of the rides anymore, because I got all them grandkids, and they keep me over there in that little section with all them little kiddie rides, because they young grandkids I got. So I stay over there with them, and I might get on the merry-go-round and ride around and grin while they're taking pictures. But other than that, I don't get on that stuff over there no more. Boy, y'all see that? How that caramelization's going on here? Look at here. Boy, this stuff is turning out pretty good. I was kind of surprised about this. This is going to be a really fine eating tonight. I told my wife, I said, I'm going to make you a little surprise tonight. And she goes, "What you cooking? I said, well, just hang on, just hang on. And I'll show you what I'll be cooking in here in just a minute." And so she's in there right now waiting on me to bring her something, because she knows. I told her, I said, don't come out here and peek. Now you just stay where you at. I'll bring it over here to you. But wow, you don't want to touch this here spatula too much because it's hot. So, but I'm gonna move this over here to the side just a little bit like that, because now I'm cooking on low. Like I told you, I heated my Blackstone up and got it hot, and then I turned it down to low, because that way when you turn it down to low, you can control how the cooking's going. And if you push it over to the edge like I'm doing, it's still gonna cook and stay warm and still do a little bit of caramelization, but it's not gonna really cook hard because your hot spots are right here and right here on this griddle. And so I do that. I push it over there and then everything. But I just got white flour tortillas, and let's see, near about, yeah, I eat 2, 3, yeah, should eat about 1, 1.5. So then I want to put a little bit of that oil on here, because we want to make sure this these tortillas get warmed up nice and fine here. So I plop them down on here. Now you don't want to burn these things. You just want to get them where they're good and kind of toasted on both sides. And that right there is soaking up. That's soaking up that Polish sausage juice and everything, and it's warming them up. That way you can fold them. Because if you don't be careful, you get them out of the refrigerator or out of the package, they stiff and they hard. That's why a lot of people put them in the microwave and warm them up before you have tacos. And so I'm just gonna plop them on this here Blackstone and get them nice and warm. Don't want to cook them. You're just getting them nice and warm and a little crusty on the outside. And then once I get them kind of bubbly, that one looks pretty good. That one's looking good. Yeah, that might need a little bit more. Okay. All right. All right, Jay, you got it going on there, bro. I tell you what. Okay, so those are looking really good. The Polish sausage over here is looking fine. It's got some good caramelization on it. It's got some good feel. Oh, yeah, that's really good. And then I got my peppers and onions over here on this side, and they just hanging out for a little while. You know, they sauteing still. You don't want to cook your peppers and onions to death, because you want them to kind of not have a crunch to them, but you don't want them to be all brown and ugly when you put them in your tacos. So, all right, so here's my taco little holder. So I put them in there like that. Look at that. Look, did you see that? Look at that. It made a taco by itself. Look at there. That's how you do it. It's that easy to make tacos and get them ready. Just take your spatula and kind of push down on them like that. And you can take these tacos like that. And I take a little bit of this meat right here. Yeah, that might be a little too much. I put a little bit of that meat in there like that. Like that. Boy, I tell you what, I think we own something here. This is the first time I ever made these things, but I think we own something. I'm gonna have to go down there, go downtown where all them food trucks are at, and tell them about this recipe right here. Because I think some of them boys down there might need to use this recipe a little bit. And then I get me a little bit of peppers and onions. I put them peppers and onions on there like that. And kind of look at that. Good Lord, look at that. Put that peppers and onions on there. These are going to be some fine tacos right here. I tell you what. Yeah, I should have got me some more taco shells. And then I like to take a little bit of this sharp cheddar cheese. Take a little bit of this sharp cheddar cheese, and then I just like to kind of sprinkle over top of it just a little bit, you know, give it a little bit of melt going on those, you know, and then there you go. And then that right there, I'm gonna tell you right now, this right here, those right there are Country Fare, peppers and onions, and Polish sausage street tacos. You need to try them sometime, because let me tell you something. Everything you cook on the Blackstone is just going to knock your socks off. I promise. So next time we're gonna do some more. I'm going to come up with some more recipes for y'all. And these are quick and easy. They don't take no time to prep, no time to cook. So just keep that in mind and just get outside and cook something. Your family is going to love it. Just remember, if you see me pop up, subscribe. And go ahead and push that button that's like this. That's a like button. Just in case any of y'all just starting YouTube and didn't know, that's a like button. But anyways, I'll see y'all later. And y'all remember to watch my upcoming videos, because I got a lot of stuff to share for you. Talk to you later.